Mississauga Road and Walnut Drive. Peel Police asking people to avoid the area. No word on suspects at this time. Stay with 680 News Radio for updates on this developing story. 680 News Time 9:19. The sun will make its much-anticipated return this weekend, and gearing up for a busy Monday. It's the Jays' home opener and total solar eclipse day. 680's Laura Carney gets us set.
Just one more day of this wet, gray weather with showers and flurries possible today, getting up to a guaranteed high of just 6 degrees. And then high pressure takes charge. High pressure, think happy weather and plenty of sunshine. Meteorologist Jill Taylor says we'll be slightly above seasonal this weekend too, with temperatures around 10, 11 degrees. Then Monday, a busy day in the city.
And now Schneider reported these left field.
Yes, it is the Blue Jays home opener, first pitch just after 7. The Maple Leafs are also at home, and it's the solar eclipse. Metrolinx and the TTC will be boosting service to help meet demand. Right now, the forecast for Monday looking dry, but possibly cloudy. I'm Laura Carney.
Coming up in 60 seconds, traffic and weather together on the ones, including your weekend forecast.
680 News Time 9:20.
There's a problem we struggle with. We all have too many things and nowhere to put them. Make space for all of your belongings with Access Storage. Get that winter gear into storage and free up space for the spring. Clear out your closet, garage, and the basement. Are you moving or renovating? Access Storage has affordable and flexible storage solutions at a store near you. Try 4 week free. Details at accessstorage.ca. Access Storage. Shop Canadian, store Canadian.
Donate online at carsforkids.ca. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll benefit a child and get a maximum tax credit. Donate today and your car can be gone tomorrow.
680 News Time 9:21.
Traffic and weather together on the ones, brought to you by AGM Renovations and the 680 Traffic Cruiser, Kerry Prunskis.
You'll find a slow drive westbound on the 401, delays approaching the 412 to Salem, and then it's busy west of McAllen to about Kennedy and the Express, and slow from Kennedy and the Collectors onto the 404 ramp. Eastbound on the 401, you've been looking for these crews that MTO, well, they said that they're doing some construction at here, Ontario, and the Collectors. We don't see them on camera, but just be aware they might be blocking some lanes there. No delays to worry about on the eastbound 401, at least as you make your way through Mississauga. But across Toronto, it's a busy drive from the 427 to the 400 Express and Collectors. Bit of a bunch up through Peel and the Collectors, and then another delay approaching Bayview to Leslie Express and Collectors. For the traffic center, here's Craig Gear.
So closed ramp is due to construction. It's the South 4 Drive ramp onto the westbound QEW. It's not shut down as they do some maintenance delays on the westbound QEW from 4 Drive to Trafalgar. Northbound 427, the stone vehicle we had approaching the 409 has been cleared. Toronto-bound eastbound QEW on and off from Walker's Line to 3rd Line. Outside to the Jarvis ramp. Northbound EVP slow Lawrence up to York Mills. Southbound slow on the 404 LV Mills to 16th Avenue and Finch to South Lawrence. Are you planning to renovate your kitchen or bathroom? Call AGM Renovations, the only renovators recommended by Mike Holmes. Book with AGM now and get a huge discount. With the forecast, Jill Taylor.
Cloudy conditions for most areas right now, but we will have some light flurries or showers at times today, and then sunshine for the weekend. Great for your outdoor activities on the weekend. 6 degrees, a guaranteed high today. The wind out of the north-northwest, so it feels cooler than the temperature indicates. Feels closer to -3. 3 degrees for the low, and then sunshine tomorrow. May take a little while for some areas to get rid of the clouds, but generally sun and clouds tomorrow and 10, and mainly sunny, and 11 on Sunday. 11 for Monday as well, and the eclipse forecast at this point looks like mainly cloudy conditions. Still, it's thin clouds, so the sun can still shine through. You'll still get a view of the eclipse for areas that are in totality. Areas like Hamilton and Kitchener, or make that Hamilton and Niagara. Niagara's the #1 spot, and you'll have pretty good viewing at this point. Sun and clouds for Tuesday and up to 15. Right now it's mostly cloudy, 2 degrees of view from the wind out of the north-northwest. The guaranteed high, 6. And because Jill did not miss the weather guarantee yesterday, the jackpot climbs to $5,100.
Coming up at 9:30, gunfire in Brampton. You'll hear the latest on a deadly
City News Wine Club. Each month, our experts pick and deliver 3 premium wines from an Ontario winery.
This month, it's the Grange of Prince Winery with their 2017 La Fontaine de Nouveau Merlot Sparkling, the sought-after County Gamay, and an alluring Cabernet Franc.
Yours with subscription for $99. Cancel anytime. For details or to sign up, visit citynewswineclub.com.
Please enjoy the fun club.
HBO's Curb Your Enthusiasm, one of TV's longest-running comedies, is coming to an end on Sunday. 680 Diva Francescato says more on the hit series.
It's funny and oftentimes pretty awkward, but on Sunday night, creator and star Larry David will say goodbye.
I made my night, and I bid you
adieu. 12 seasons and over 24 years of laughs with David and his co-stars, including Cheryl Hines, Jeff Garland, Susie Essman, J.B. Smoove, the late Richard Lewis, and more. The mostly improvised show followed David as he played a heightened version of himself. His brutally honest, curmudgeon character oftentimes says what most people are thinking and ends up in the most uncomfortable situations.
milk and coffee. No one ever thought. Milk and coffee. Oh my God, what a drink. It's milk and coffee mixed together.
The show has received 10 Emmy nominations for Best Comedy Series and won 2 since it debuted in 2000. I'm Eva Francescato.
Still ahead, the red flags for the March unemployment stats could be a green light for the Bank of Canada on interest rates. Business in 60 seconds.
680 News Time 926.
This portion of the news is brought to you by TMS Clinics of Canada. Have you been on antidepressants for over a year without relief? I'm Dr. Leo Steiner. I want to tell you about a medical breakthrough that may finally provide the relief you've been waiting for. For years, this treatment has been available all over the U.S., but not in Canada. It's called TMS. TMS doesn't use drugs, approved by Health Canada, and has helped thousands of patients rebuild their lives and actually love life again. Call me for a free consultation. Go to tmsofcanada.com.
There's hope. Suffering from erectile dysfunction? Waking up at night to use the washroom? Experiencing a bend or curve? Sound familiar? Urigen ED can help. Learn about pulse acoustic wave therapy and what Urigen erectile dysfunction can do for you. We're growing, and now in Toronto and Burlington. Call 416-707-2020. That's 416-707-2020. Or online at urigened.com. That's UROGENED.com.
Now the business report with Mike Ethel. What are we expecting today, Mike?
We're expecting a mixed performance for the markets, Paul, but watching the Canadian dollar and the currency and bond trade react to those jobs reports in from Stats Canada and the U.S. Labor Department this morning. Our economy lost jobs for just the second time in the past 18 months. Last month for March, down 2,200. The unemployment rate at a near 2-year high, 6.1%. Bank of Canada sets interest rates next week on Wednesday. The U.S. Federal Reserve likely going to be on hold for interest rates for the foreseeable future after the American economy added 303,000 jobs last month, and the unemployment rate down slightly to 3.8%. The U.S. dollar going way up in reaction. The Canadian dollar down to its lowest this year, down a half cent, 73.34. Dow futures just before the bell up 30 points, but I would not be surprised to see investors sell into that U.S. economic strength. Yesterday, the Dow Jones was down 530 points just on the prospects that the U.S. Fed will be on the sidelines for this year on interest rates. The price for oil just within range of $87 per barrel now, up 38 cents here in the early trade. Gold's up $6, $2,300 the ounce, $23.14 to be specific, and the Canadian dollar down a half cent, and the exchange $1.36 and a third. At the 680 News Business Center, I'm Mike Ethel. Reminding you that our chicken wings are not only a kind of bomb, but they're also raised without antibiotics. Try them as is or with one of our savory flavors, including Italian garlic parmesan, and taste the difference.
At the Princess of Wales Theatre. Tickets available at Mirvish.com today.
So this is it, right? This is the last day of kind of meh weather, and
Don't do this because that just guarantees we're going to have a snowstorm if you start talking like that. Okay. Don't say that.
Now I feel bad.
Not yet.
Midday show's next with Steve Roberts and Sarah Parrott. Have a great weekend. I'm Paul Phillips.
I'm Catherine Today. It's 9:30.
Number one for breaking news, traffic, and weather. 680 News Radio, Toronto.
Good morning. This is Friday, April 5th. I'm Sarah Parrott.
And I'm Steve Roberts. Here's what's making news right now.
We have some breaking news from Brampton. We're in Aurora. That's on highway closed in two separate spots. 680's Carl Hansky is hearing from some of the drivers involved in the collisions and joins us with more.
Ron was one of the drivers heading to work along Highway 404 here by Bloomington Road around 5:45 this morning when I got hit from the left side. The other car slid into you, spin me around, and my airbag went off, and next thing I know, I seen a car come towards me. Thankfully, all the cars swerved around me, and John says the mashup happened in the blink of an eye. Pure ice everywhere, nothing you could do, pure ice, out of nowhere. You started sliding, then everyone slid into you. The car in front of me touched the brakes, we all touched the brakes, everybody started sliding. Pretty scary. In total, 9 vehicles were involved in the southbound pileup, 7 vehicles were in the northbound pileup. Incredibly, only 2 minor injuries reported. All lanes were salted and are back open. On Highway 404 at Bloomington Road in Aurora, I'm Carl Hansky. Well, the country's labor market had a couple of struggles last month. As Canada says 2,200 jobs were lost in the March labor survey, and the unemployment rate suddenly back above 6%. Senior business editor Mike Apple. I gotta say, it was just a matter of time before the labor market started to reflect what was going on in the broader economy with the slowdown in GDP and the recent retreat for inflationary pressures. 2,200 jobs lost, both full-time and part-time, and the unemployment rate up 0.3% to 6.1% as population growth topped 90,000 for the month. So not as many jobs in the economy, and it's leading to a higher unemployment rate, the highest now in close to 2 years. Stats Canada says jobs were lost in the travel and tourism sector and also retail, indicating a slowdown in consumer spending. Healthcare saw jobs gain. 9 provinces saw the unemployment rate go up, and the Bank of Canada will likely make mention of all of this when it sends out its monetary policy report next Wednesday and signal that interest rates could start to come down sometime mid-year. For the Business Center, I'm Mike Apple.
Well, gas prices have been slowly creeping higher, but we have reached a peak, or will they rise even more? 680's Irene Presslin joins us live with more details. Good morning, Irene. Good morning, Sarah. Right now, the average price in the GTA just under $1.65 a liter, which is the highest price we saw in April of last year. But when you look at 2024, we started off the year with prices as low as $1.41. Prices are expected to climb with a number of factors, including the changeover from winter to summer gas. If you think prices are high here, keep this in mind, it's over $2 a liter in Vancouver right now, and the highest prices in the GTA were just over 2 years ago when we had a high of $2.15 a liter. I'm Irene Presslin.
This is 680 News Radio. It's now 9:36. Well, pedestrian collision in North York this morning has killed a woman in her 60s who was simply crossing the street at a marked crossing. 680's Kevin Meisner does a scene this morning here at Avenue Road in Wilson. The pedestrian, a woman in her 60s, was walking to the west side of Avenue Road here in the north crosswalk when she was hit by a car making a left turn from Wilson Avenue. It happened around 10 last night. Police say she suffered critical injuries, including head trauma, and died in a hospital. Susanna crosses this busy intersection every day.
It's actually really horrible because being a pedestrian and seeing the situation like this, they have to be careful, right? Those left cars, and they don't have any options rather than walking, and they have to be really careful.
Others say you can't be too cautious here. I guess I take precautions, look both ways, multiple times before I can make that. The driver remained at the scene, and police still have good video evidence to work with. There were traffic monitoring cameras installed at this intersection at Avenue Road in Wilson in North York. I'm Kevin Meisner.
680 News Time, 9:37. Israel's military says it has dismissed 2 officers and reprimanded 3 others for their roles in the airstrikes in Gaza that killed several aid workers. 680's Jamie Palfer is here with the latest as the country faces growing accusations of not doing enough to protect civilians. 2 Israeli commanders involved in that deadly airstrike in Gaza have now been fired, all part of the initial report into the tragedy that killed 7 World Central Kitchen aid workers, including one with ties to Canada. They were delivering food when a convoy was hit this week. CNN's Nick Robertson with what the military is now saying.
The SUVs, the vehicles leaving the warehouse, they didn't realize these SUVs were for the World Central Kitchen, despite the fact these were marking the failure places on those vehicles.
Israel says those who approved the strike believed they were targeting Hamas operatives at the time. A mistaken identification, a serious violation of the commands and procedures. And Israel is now opening up new aid routes. Shipments are set to start Sunday, and that marks 6 months since the Hamas attack on Israel that started the war. I'm Jamie Palmer.
And tickets to this summer's Walk on the Lakeshore are set to go on sale in just about 20 minutes or so this morning. The event also featuring a new name this year, the Ontario Honda Dealers Indy Toronto. It's set to run from July 19th to the 21st at Exhibition Place. Fan Friday is going to return this year as well with free admission. Race president says while the landmark event has a new name, fans can expect the same great fun and excitement for the entire family.
Coming up in 30 seconds, we'll find out where the price of gas is going.
680 News Time, 9:39. Introducing new Dream Draws. Until May 3rd, every Monomax ticket gets you a Dream Draws ticket for a chance to win one of 3 guaranteed grand prizes of $100,000. And play for April 6th, and you can win one of 2 early bird prizes of $5,000. Play Monomax for your chance to win Dream Draws today. Ontario only. Must be 18 plus. Offers through Southwest Terminal is not valid with any other management, including online play. Visit olg.ca/Dream Draws for more details.
Now the News Radio Toronto gas price update. Enpro predicts the price will change at midnight. It'll hold at $1.64.9 a liter.
680 News Time, 9:40.
At BDC, we know being an entrepreneur means always being ready to take on challenges and seize opportunities. Get up to $100,000 with our small business loan to make your projects a reality. Simple, quick, and with no application fees, the BDC online loan offers you flexibility to protect your cash flow with favorable repayment terms. Apply now at bdc.ca/online loan. Certain conditions apply. BDC. Financing, advising, Hey friends, at Healthy Planet, we understand that prioritizing your well-being is essential. That's why we offer free in-store expert consultations to help you achieve your health goals. Visit any one of our 35 locations across Ontario and speak with one of our friendly staff for personalized recommendations. From weight management to beauty routines, meal plans to supplement routines, stress relief, and more, we've got you covered. Healthy Planet, your one-stop health stop with everyday value.
The City News Time, 9:41.
Time for traffic and weather together on the one. Here's Craig here.
This report is brought to you by Thompson Rogers. Eastbound 401 slow 427 to the 400 Express and Collectors. From the Allen to Bayview in the Express and from Bayview to Leslie in the Collectors. You pass by a stalled transporter. It looks like a crash involving a transport now. A couple vehicles left over here on the eastbound 401 through Warden in the Collectors. But they're in the right shoulder. No live lanes are blocked. Westbound 401 slow through Durham, 412 to Salem. Brimley to Kennedy in the Express and Warden to Victoria Park in the Collectors. A busy one on the South 404 DVP. Heaviest stretch is Finch to south of Lawrence. No delays northbound. It's good. Eastbound TBW slow through about third line and then again through Contrast and the east going is slow through the Central Drive. South 4 drive ramp onto the westbound CBW, and this is for construction. We've got a construction possible at Bayview and Steeles as well. We have delays for southbound and eastbound traffic. After a devastating accident, trust the lawyers at Thompson Rogers to guide you from the hospital room to the courtroom. That's a real-life counsel. Visit trlaw.com. Real-life forecast with Jill Taylor.
Still some showers or flurries around as we work through the day into the evening. The guaranteed high 6 degrees. The wind quite brisk out of the north-northwest. 3 for the low, mainly cloudy. We'll get into a partly cloudy sky overnight, and then lots of sunshine for the weekend. Highs 10, 11 degrees. For today, the guaranteed